name's Shelley Fitzsimmons. I've got 2 children and a husband. I've got Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, which means I've got lack of collagen. So I can dislocate any joint from head to toe, which happens very regularly, a lot of times a day, and can be even like my fingers, my wrists, my shoulders, my hips. Due to my dislocations, I obviously fall a lot. I've had to learn to fall without grabbing, or otherwise I dislocate even more on the way down. It's very painful. It's also been exacerbated because I had disability discrimination, and so I was pushed 15 years into my illness. Once I started dislocating more and more, I was advised not to have children. I had to stop teaching dancing, had to stop training as a nurse, and so all my whole plan for life sort of went out the window. The main thing is just the pain, and it gets so much sometimes that you just want to curl up and hide away. And then I got so nervous that I used to just shut myself away completely. My son actually saw one of your partnerships on the One Show, and she's got the same condition as I, and my son also wanted a dog very desperately, and so a few days later the application form came through in the post, and it seems that William had actually applied for an application form for me. It was just so I could start living again and start feeling normal again, be a proper mum, proper wife, and to get myself back out there. Kibble was applied for in 2012, and thankfully we got him in 2014, and I applied for his successor in February 2023. From day one when we came home together, I was a much bubblier person. I wasn't afraid to go out. My children jumped into school, whereas normally they were nervous about leaving me on my own. I had to go out to walk Kibble, so I used to go out, and then being out wasn't scary anymore, because everybody's looking at him, and so I got out. I'm back to going out every day. Having him do jobs for me as well and help me out during the day meant that I wasn't so tired in the evenings, so if we wanted to go out for a meal or anything, I could do that. I'd stopped doing that for a few years. Having a canine partner made me be me again. As soon as I came home, my kids were just my kids again, my husband was just my husband again. Yeah, I was back to being me. We literally nothing was out of bounds. We've been to weddings, funerals, theatre trips to Edinburgh. He's been on trains with me. We've been to the cinema. There's nothing that we haven't done. We've been to Arsenal football matches. There's nowhere that I wouldn't go with Kibble. And hospital appointments, silly things like that. Just so much easier when you've got him by your side. It's just knowing you've got someone there looking out for you 24/7. It's amazing. Kibble, from when he gets me up in the morning, I don't have to stretch and pull perhaps my shoulder out of joint getting up. He does it so gently, he gets me up, helps me get into my wheelchair, go in the bathroom. It's just stuff, little things like that. Helping tidy around the house, empty the washing machine, tumble dryers. It's stuff that would really, really hurt me and really tire me out, so I would then have to have a 2-3 hour just sit down. Having him around just meant I felt okay again. I wasn't absolutely shattered by lunchtime. My pain started going down because again he supported with everything, so I didn't have as many dislocations because I didn't fall over, I didn't pull my shoulders out doing tumble dryer or anything. So yeah, I'm on hardly not even half the amount of tablets that I was on when I first got him. Waiting for the successor. With Kibble retiring, I know my anxiety is growing again. I can feel it. The pain's increasing, the tiredness is increasing. I don't go out as much. You can just see the old patterns creeping back in again, which is a bit scary as well because I don't want to go back there. I was nearly always in my wheelchair before Kibble. I can now walk around the house with a crutch, no problem. With him helping just meant that I could then use my energy for other things. I'm still walking around the house on a crutch. I won't go out in any shops or anything on my own without a crutch. I don't feel safe. And it's also like the embarrassment if you were to fall. At least if I had Kibble there, he'd be there on hand, ready to sort of help me out. It's really strange because you've still got him here, but he sleeps most of the time, bless his heart now, but he deserves to sleep. He's given me 10 years. It's what he wants to do now. Just give him a few years of just being a thoroughly spoiled pet. Years and years ago, I was very, very outgoing. And then when my condition got worse and worse, I withdrew into myself. So pre-Kibble, I wouldn't answer a telephone, I wouldn't go out the door. I didn't like going out even with my family and kids, and which is awful because you should want to go out with your kids and different things and do different family bits. Having him home, he was like a burst of fresh air, and you're not ignored anymore. You actually be seen as a person rather than just somebody stuck in a wheelchair. I find myself not wanting to go out anymore because it's just a little bit too scary out there. I'm back to now being just me in a wheelchair. Since Kibble came on board, my children were straight my children again. My husband was my husband, so even on the first, I came home on the Friday, and on that Monday both of my children danced into school. They used to like, "Mummy, who's going to be with you? Who's going to be at home with you? What's going to happen if you fall?" And my husband used to ring me multiple times a day to make sure I was okay. The confidence in me grew, the confidence in them grew. My children's grades went shooting up at school. My husband just was able to concentrate on his career and do that as well, knowing that I was still going to be okay when they come home. It's amazing, they don't just help me. Having a canine partner helps the whole family. My children are a lot older now, so they're like, my daughter's at work, but she started phoning me again during the day. And my son tends to go out to the gym when he knows that I've got other people around in the morning, and then he's took it upon himself to be my person to go out and about in the afternoon if I need anything. My kids are starting to sort of notice that I'm getting a bit anxious again, and so is my husband, and I don't want them to alter again. It's hard. I want them to continue enjoying their lives and doing what they want to do. About 3 months ago, I was out on my own, trying to be brave, going out, doing a bit of shopping in my wheelchair, and I dropped my phone. So I had to try and lean out of my wheelchair and get it, and as I leant, I cracked my ribs, and I cracked 2 ribs on the arm of my wheelchair just by bending out to get my phone, which ended me in tears. Where is he? I wanted him to get it, and I had to ask like a member of public to get it again, and I didn't want to go back to asking humans to help me out. It's very hard. I've had him by my side, and you think that's always going to be there. So him retiring is like, oh my gosh, I'm not going to have him by my side all the time. He deserves to have rest, but I still need him. But you know that he's that he's 12 years old and he needs to retire. He's going to be a pet dog, but he's still a special pet dog. It's a hard one. He's been retired to the family basically, so they were all going to fight over him, so we literally had him just adopted to the family. So he's here and he belongs to all of us. I know I've been told not to be too sort of open to what I want, because I've said I want personality. Kibble's got it in bucket loads, so my next one's got to have it in bucket loads. Now I've got my head around it, I'm quite excited. It's the what, who, colour. Life without Kibble is unimaginable. He's the first smile I make every morning, the last kiss I give every night. Everybody revolves around Kibble. Kibble's, yeah, he's just part of the family, part of the furniture. It's going to be so weird when the time comes that he's not with me. It's extremely hard to think about losing him. It's hard for anybody losing a pet anyway, but he's more than a pet. Yeah, he's my right-hand man. So yeah, it's hard to think about life without Kibble. Please donate today to Canine Partners. By doing so, you'll be helping people like me receive another amazing assistance dog like Kibble as soon as possible. Thank you.